Burning ropes. You have two ropes, each of which takes 1 hour to burn, but either rope has different densities at different points, so there's no guarantee of consistency in the time it takes different sections within the rope to burn. How do you use these two ropes to measure 45 minutes? So establish, first of all, the meaning of taking 1 hour to burn, right? If it takes 1 hour to burn, what does that look like? Well, if this is my rope, then obviously we can reasonably assume that taking 1 hour to burn means if I light the rope at this end, then it's going to take 1 hour to burn through in this constant direction. So either rope has different densities. So so each density takes different amount of time to burn. So therefore, the only time we can reliably measure is when this entire rope is burned out. We only know a definitive amount of time after an entire piece of rope is burned out. So like if this is the original rope and it only burned out this much, we have no idea how much time passed. We only know when the entire rope is gone. So if we were to just burn from one side, that takes an hour. But curiously, what would happen if I burned a second end? Well, if I burned a second end, if I burn it at just one end and every minute it consumed, like, let's say, a amount of rope, then if I burnt it on the second side as well, then it should take a lot more, like a plus b. It's taking a lot more per minute. But ultimately, we can reasonably assume that at the end, it's going to just be a plus a. It's going to be exactly twice more because it takes 1 hour to burn one way. So it takes 1 hour to burn this way as well, right? It doesn't matter which end we choose. But if we both lit it at the same time, then it's just going to burn at a rate that's twice as fast. Hence, it's going to halve the time, and it's going to result in 30 minutes of reliable time measurement. So what this means is if you light at one end, that's 1 hour. If we light at both ends, it gives 30 minutes. So these are the only intervals that we can reliably count. So how would that work then? Well, if we were to burn at twice the rate, like consider burning this rope versus this rope. If I were to burn, like if I started both at the same time, like I lit the first rope at just one end and I lit both ends of rope 2, then by the time this finishes burning and I have nothing left, then there's still going to be 30 minutes worth of rope left for rope 1 because 30 minutes passed, we know, and the remaining time therefore has to be 30 minutes because we know it burns 1 hour. So what we can do therefore is start it at the same time, right? We start at the same time. What happens is 30 minutes pass and we know we have 30 minutes of rope left, but only one end is burning at this moment. Start lighting the second one because if we like how we knew like 1 hour became 30 minutes, right? If we lit both ends, it just halves the current time. So if I light both ends, the minute R2 finishes, I know 30 minutes have passed. I know there's 30 minutes remaining. So if I light the second end, it has to have this burn time by 2. So 15 minutes will remain to finish this 30-minute chunk off. Hence, we have counted 30 plus 15 to get 45. So that's how we measure this time. We start both ropes at the same time, except for rope 1, we light the first end. Rope 2, we light both ends. By the time rope 2 finishes, we light the second end of 1, and we measure 45 minutes exactly.